SBRForum's Inside the Lines is brought to you by Ladbrokes.
We are previewing Week 17 in the NFL here at SBRForum Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. We're talking right now with Stephen O, professional NFL handicapper from Accuscore.com. Stephen O's had a great year handicapping NFL all year long with us, giving winning picks week in and week out. Stephen O, thanks for being back with us this week.
Thank you for one more week.
All right. The first game that you picked, I don't know why you picked this game. Cards at Niners. The Niners are right now a 16.5-point home favorite, up from 14.5. Now, yeah, the Niners need a win, but they're also dealing with a ton of injuries, and they got the playoffs coming up, and obviously the Cardinals are awful. They're starting Brian Hoyer, a quarterback for this game, who was okay in the second half of their game in Week 16. I'm just looking at this. I'm thinking if I was going to bet this game at all, I would take the Cards. I don't think there's any way that the Niners are going to go all out to get a 20-point win here, as long as they get a win and get out.
Well, I mean, am I wrong? San Francisco still has a chance of a number 2 seed, right?
Right.
And the home field advantage, bye in the first round. So that's a pretty big motivation when you're injured and banged up. And more importantly, I think the awful sour taste after getting shellacked by Seattle is the motivation to bounce back. And despite the injuries, using the same math that I used last week with Arizona, the team's not going to score more than 11 or 12 points, and that's with the defense playing well. Mm-hmm. So San Francisco to cover, they've got to put up 28. And I like this game. I picked this game when the line was 14.5. Mm-hmm. So 16.5 kind of alters it because our line is 17. But, I think that San Francisco has a good shot at, having a duplicative game as their previous matchup, which San Francisco won 24-3. I think that same reasoning with San Francisco getting at least one defensive score is pretty good to go. And I think that the 49ers need to get Week 16 out of their memory.
Really? So you would actually pick the Niners minus 16.5 here?
Well, I loved it at 14.5 a lot more. But yeah, I'd still take San Francisco because I think Arizona's a debacle.
No, of course they're a debacle, but I mean Hoyer's going to be the quarterback, and he was a little bit better than what they've had, most of the year at quarterback. You don't think that he can, give a serviceable effort, and maybe that San Francisco is more likely to get a 10, 11-point win than a 18 or 20-point win?
I didn't see him play every snap. I saw that he started out a little better than Lindley, but he still ended up throwing a pick, I think. And it's limited action. He's thrown as many interceptions as touchdowns, and there's a reason why he was picked off the scrap heap. That Arizona, with their awful quarterback situation, didn't bother to pick him up. And I think Hoyer was considered for another team early in the year, and and he didn't get picked up there. So there's got to be some reason why this guy was, not even deemed a third stringer all this time. So I don't think Hoyer is going to be this, out of nowhere revelation.
Right. Okay. What do you think about maybe the under 39? I mean, you think that both teams will play a conservative game plan and just want to get this game over with?
We don't really have a pick on that. Me personally, I don't really have a gut feeling about that. Our computer has the same over/under, so it's right. I think we're projecting a score of something like, again, 10 to 27, 28 to 10, somewhere right around there. Maybe a slight under, but I'm not strong on that one either.
Right. All right. Well, very bold pick, Stephen O from Accuscore.com, picking a 16.5-point favorite in the NFL. But we trust you, Stephen O, based on your awesome year-long record with us in these videos. Thanks so much.